Okay, this is a brief announcement. So my son sleeps sometimes in our bed temporarily, and then we put him in the bed. And so someone asked me, why do you put him in the bed? And the answer is co-sleeping is just not okay. So you could roll over your baby. Your bed is much softer than a baby bed. And so that softness and all of those pillows and sheets and comforters, that can smother your baby. And so it's always safer to have your baby sleep in a designated area by themselves. One thing you could do is if you wanted your baby to co-sleep, you could make sure they sleep safely in a co-sleeping box. Now, my son, Harrison, is much too big for a co-sleeping box. He just turned 1 in June, so he definitely needs to be in his baby bed. But if you have some baby that's a lot smaller, so like a newborn, and you don't want to put your baby in a crib or a bassinet beside your bed, then you can always use a co-sleeper, which can be a co-sleeping box, or you can buy a co-sleeper from Target, Walmart. Some of them are even travel size. So when I used to do travel medicine, before I started my job in Houston, I had a travel co-sleeper. And so it looks like a backpack, but it unzips, and there's like a little guard on each side so the baby won't roll out of it, but it's a firm surface that the baby can sleep on in your bed. If you don't want to use the hotel's crib or bassinet, that's another alternative, so that your baby is in a designated area that's a firm surface, so that baby won't have all of those pillows and blankets that could potentially suffocate your baby. The other thing is your baby needs to be sleeping back to sleep, okay? Babies need to sleep on their backs. Babies that sleep belly down have a higher risk of sudden infant death syndrome, or what we call SIDS. SIDS can happen because if the baby is face down, then the baby can breathe in its own CO2 or carbon dioxide. Obviously, that can be detrimental, and then the baby has too high of a level of carbon dioxide, loses consciousness, and dies. And so that is one theory of how sudden infant death syndrome happens. Sometimes we can't prevent those things from happening, but we know that babies that sleep back to sleep and in a safe area have a much lower incidence of that. So I want to encourage you today, please put your baby back to sleep and make sure your baby is in its own safe designated area. Please make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. It is Pregnancy Pearls with Dr. Plenty, and follow me on Instagram at pregnancy_pearls, or on Facebook with Pregnancy Pearls with Dr. Plenty. As always, I'm also on, also have my own webpage, which is www.pregnancypearls.com. All right, until next time.